Hello and welcome to Red Devils Advocate. Today we've got a full team back in. We've had some downs and some ups this week. A lot of, let's say, a lot of different views on where United should be and whether or not we should still have a manager. And we'll be getting into all of that today. We're joined by Andy, Faheen, and Tyrone. So, boys, first things first. Arsenal.
It's not where I thought you were going with that sentence, but yeah, we'll take
No,
it.
I know it wasn't. I know. PG.
Yeah, keep it.
What I would say on Arsenal is it's just one game of something that was developing for quite a while in the Premier League with Man United. I mean, we've had a pretty poor run of games, I think, even before the Arsenal game, and that game was only the icing of the cake of what this performances have been like in that team. I mean, it wasn't like I think a good game. I think it was just we conceded a penalty and nothing more than that. But the performances obviously warranted that we should have been the loser in that game because we definitely played worse than the other team.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. It was very much like the Chelsea match. It was nothing special. And Pogba gave away an absolutely ridiculous penalty he had no right challenging him for, and it cost us the match. He said in a post interview something along the lines of that he's not great tracking back defensively, and sometimes when he gets tired, his mind just isn't very clear, which is why he went for the penalty tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're a professional footballer. You shouldn't be using the excuse of, oh, I got tired, therefore my brain was foggy, and that's why I went for a tackle that I knew was going to give away a penalty. But that was his defense. As I said, it is in a post-match interview. If you ever want to go and check that one out, it's very good comedic value to
it. Let me translate that his defense. I'm not a good footballer. I don't know why I'm here. that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly because the captain of the squad and the other leaders that are in the squad aren't really doing their job. How can you let someone representing your club go out and say, well, you know, sometimes I get tired and then my brain doesn't work, so I kick people? What? Do you think this would happen in Rooney's time, in Keane's time? Like, I do feel now each game that passes, we are spoiled. Like, our upbringing was spoiled with a legendary manager who wouldn't allow his players to come out in front of the media and say stupid stuff like that. There's no excuse. You made a mistake. Come on, have a bit of professionalism in you. At least act like you want to be here.
I think that maybe he was in a bad mood because United extended his contract by a year. And he didn't want that. So he's essentially doing what other players do when they don't get what they want, retaliate.
Well, to be fair, he knew about that 1-year extension when he signed the deal in the first place. And he knows how we work. The Glaziers always trigger the 1 year because he tried to get more money before, you know, they have to go for free.
To be fair, I think he had the expectations that he would be on 3 Champions League medals by now, and when he joined.
Well, if you put their performances, we may be on the 3rd Champions League medal by now. I mean, let's be fair. Over the years, our players haven't always been the best. Like, we have had some absolute stinkers, but there's been 1 or 2 key leaders in the team, which has inspired the rest of the team to play way beyond their potential. And Pogba was supposed to be one of those players. He came through as a young player. He went away. He grew his talent. He came back. He was supposed to be the next Roy Keane. He was supposed to be the next Wayne Rooney. But instead, he's acting like he's better than the club because he thinks he is, because he's got all these flashy hairdos. And it turns out that he's actually a really bad footballer.
Yeah. Someone said it really perfectly. He is possibly the best talent we have at the club, but he does not put in a performance that justifies his place to start. at United. And I think the bench is where he's going to be. He's going to finish his career or his contract on the bench, and he'll go. I think Romano said something along the lines of, if it wasn't for the pandemic, he'd be not a United player, i.e. a Juventus or Real Madrid. And I don't know which club got the worst of that deal. I think we did. Yeah.
I think to take the shift of focus away a little bit from Pogba into for that game, the other players weren't exactly doing themselves any justice either. The attackers, I mean, I don't think Marcus Rashford had a terrible game as well. I was looking at the stats for shots on target. We had 8 shots on target, and 4 of them were Maguire. And I think so that suggests that everything we had going for us was just from set pieces. We weren't actually creating any opportunities from open play. I don't know what it is with Rashford these days. Sometimes he's world class, sometimes he's not. But he's sort of fallen into the Pogba trap as well, which is a bit concerning.
Andy, do you want to speak first, or?
Yeah, I guess I would say something along the lines of, I don't know if I'd go as far as Rashford is in the same pool as Pogba, because Pogba is someone who should be playing Champions League every season. The only time I could tell you he's played like a United player is that game against City at the Etihad, 2-3 seasons ago. Rashford has put in performances, and he is very hot and cold. I would agree with you there, but his debut in the Premier League, in the Champions League, in the FA Cup, he has done bits, and I think he's a top player. I don't think he's world class, but I do think on his day he's a very good player. I think he misses Martial, and I think now that he's back in the Premier League, we're going to see a lot more from Rashford when it comes to assists and goals.
Yeah. Sir Dr. Rashford.
Sir Dr. Rashford.
His initials spell Mister as well, doesn't it? Sir Dr. Mister.
It's true. I'd like to make a point of where you said about him not playing that great. I feel like Rashford is one of these players which needs the ball fed through to them. Obviously, he is fast. He can make the runs. But especially in the Arsenal match, like Partey and I cannot remember how to pronounce the other midfielder's name. They literally outplayed our midfield from start to finish. They controlled the middle of the park. They had everything going for them, and it completely stopped us getting the ball to our forwards. And I feel like that was what made Rashford's performance look all that worse, because yes, he may have been having a bad match anyway, but being not able to get the ball even into the final third for him to use, it made him look significantly worse than what he should have looked like. And I feel that's a lot down to our midfielders. Our midfielders aren't good enough either. Like, when you're thinking that they're getting outplayed by, without too much disrespect to Arsenal, also, let's say, a mid-table team, yeah? Like, it speaks volumes in how bad our players are playing. Like, we are the third best team in England, and you're getting significantly outplayed by players who are significantly below your skill level.
I mean, congratulations to Arsenal on getting Thomas Partey. He's a quality player, especially in that game we saw. He was just reminiscent of the Patrick Vieira days. Actually, yeah, he did pretty much block all our attacks. So yeah, good for them, I guess. Yeah. Bad for us.
Yeah, Arsenal that signing was a very good signing.
All right. Tyrone, we've not heard much from you. Do you have anything you want to add to what we've said?
Arsenal game. Yeah, I will stand up for Rashford. Yeah, there's nothing we can do if our midfielders can't actually pass balls into their playing style, because we all know that Rashford and Martial rely on our midfield to lay in balls for them to run. Because remember, we don't have no one that can hold up the ball. they don't have the passing skills of, like, let's say, for example, Harry Kane. You know how Harry Kane can actually pass the ball to his other peers? That's actually quality, yeah. I don't know if Martial or Rashford have the quality of passing balls like they can somehow secretly like steal a pass from Kaka in his good youth days and just steal a pass out of it, you know. Just saying, like, bro, you have to just understand their playing style. Him and Martial basically have the same playing style as well. So all they do basically is just feed the ball into the channels and they run down. So once someone clocks onto that and sets up, yeah, we're gonna stop your midfield, then there's not really anything else we can do as a team. Yeah, we can try to switch it up, but all we do is counter-attacking football every day. So yeah, it was as I can't remember who said it. It's like the Chelsea game. It was just that Pogba gave away the penalty that we lost. Because what if Pogba didn't do it? It would just be another draw, and it would be like, man, it's just another two teams just not saying parking, but not letting the other team either do anything or start anything. You both have the right ideas of, oh, we're just gonna stop you before you get the chance to do anything, and we're not gonna try anything risky. Same. It's just the same. It's just the same thing with the Chelsea game. It's just that Pogba did that stupid late trip. I would even say it was a tackle, man. He just sticked out his foot for what reason? All you have to do was stand him up, let the ball go. We have defenders who can header the ball out for a reason. There's no need for you to step in and do that cross, man. Yeah, it was dangerous, don't get me wrong, but all you have to do was fling your body at it, not tackle him. But, because when I look at it, I saw it. It was not needed. You didn't need to do it. Someone could have easily just stopped that ball from going in, yeah? But he just gave away the penalty. I can't remember who he tackled, but he just took advantage of his situation and dropped. So when Arsenal fans were coming and say, "Oh, we beat you," it was like, bro, it was a dead game. It wasn't anything. Nothing for you to get excited about. Yeah, you showed that your midfield is nice now, blah blah blah. But it's the same way with Chelsea. Nothing was fancy. They just showed they actually have a keeper that can keep a clean sheet. So I just think it's just it's nothing I can say that we could learn from that game, because it was the same as Chelsea. Because later on in the future, but we already saw it, they can actually play. But it was just like once Arsenal knew what we were doing, it was like they stopped it, then we stopped them. Because come on, they could have dominated, but they still didn't get a goal. It was a penalty. It wasn't like it was a fancy goal or one of those sick ass, outplay your midfield and pass the ball. No, you basically just won a penalty. So it's nothing fancy. Not like they won 3-0 or 2-0 or something to show their dominance. No, it was just they got a chance and they took it. Unlike we did. But that's all I have to say with the thing. And about the Pogba situation real quick, yeah. I told you guys, the guy is legit just lazy to track back. And that's why you can't I can't remember, we said it this morning that I'm not saying this afternoon, that you can't play Bruno and Pogba. Yes, don't get me wrong, but it hurts that how our attacking mid tracks back and our wingers track back, but somehow center midfielder doesn't want to track back. So yeah, so you know what? He's true. He's admit that he's lazy. At least he knows. That's all I wanted to know. But at least he admit that he's lazy and he does get tired when he tracks back and he ain't a good track backer, because he needs to know it's the truth. It's like him and Martial the same. Don't get me wrong, Martial's our up front man, so I don't really expect him to track back. But when you need to get a tackle in, make sure you get in, man. Don't just stand there and run, because like I did see it today game. I know we're not there yet, but in today's game, I see every man tracking back except for Pogba. But I feel like he was in attacking position when he came over.
Okay. Yeah. Let's save that bit for later. Yeah, but I will pick off a point from that you just made of tracking back, and lead into the next part. So we had the fortunate circumstances of playing Istanbul on Wednesday, aka OAPFC. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, let's see if you remember a couple of these players. Demba Ba, Skirtle, Raphael.
Raphael's a G. I'm sorry. As much as you want to throw shade, Raphael was a boy.
Hang on. Yeah, all players that you would have thought had retired by now.
True.
Yeah,
You have a point. I thought
yeah. Turns out, no, they've not retired. They've made their way to Turkey, and they've beaten United in a spectacular fashion. Yeah. So, first goal, tracking back.
Okay.
Take it away, Tyrone.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about that defense, bro. That defense I don't know what they were doing, fam. That's not even basic football. That's just learning how to play football. You should damn right know you have to have a man on a man at the back. You never leave a striker by himself in the center of the pitch to have breathing space, to have a picnic, fam. He actually could have had a picnic, had a little gathering there in the middle, and no one was there to stop him, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, what? I don't understand how they let.
The thing is, yeah, the man was outside his box when that ball went in.
I know.
So he has made the run back from his box to the halfway line and got into position before our defenders even track back.
See what I mean? How? I don't. As a defender, you should always be on your man. I don't.
And then, I want to clarify this. Yeah, the man is 35 years of age.
I know. But yeah, I can't.
He never even had the legs when he was younger playing for Chelsea.
What do you mean he didn't, bro? Let me point out a important part. He broke his leg. Remember, he broke his leg. I swear he did, right?
Okay. If anything, you're making my point more solid.
I know. I'm trying to boost your point right now. I think he broke his leg a couple seasons back, and he's still out. That's why.
And he's still outpacing the likes of Harry Maguire, Matic, Wan-Bissaka, absolutely everyone on the pitch.
I mean that goal was disgraceful because they just forgot some very basic rules about how offside even works. For example, your players need to be on your half of the pitch for it to actually count. So Dembaba was in the Man United half, and we had no players in the Man United half. You learn that in what do you call preschool football training?
Preschool, fam. That's simple football. Never leave a man like that, bro. Like, we didn't even get caught with our pants down, bro. We were in bed, sleeping. Sasson came and just destroyed us, bro. There's nothing I can say about that. That should have happened. That's all you need to know. That should have happened for any team. Sunday League, Football League 1, 2, Championship, Premier League. It should have happened. No. I don't even know what to say about that, man. And then the manager Ollie on the side, not seeing it. Like, come on, bro. As a manager, you should be yelling at your man. Yo, he's exposed. You didn't get back.
Dude, I would start clocking wages at that point.
I'm sorry. Hey, just to boost Sean's point even more. You remember when these men were saying, "Oh, we have leaders in the team. We have leaders. We have more than enough leaders." And the one leader who's actually our captain was supposed to make sure basic football knowledge is supposed to be there. He just threw it out the window. I just want to say that as well.
So, I'd like to come back to that point. But if anyone else would like to make some comments on the shambles that was the Dembaba goal, feel free to right now.
I guess I want to make a comment on the entire match because, like, this was the one team in the group I was sure we could beat with our eyes closed. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even watch the match because I thought, okay, that's 3 points for us then.
Nope.
So to hear all of this stuff, like a 35-year-old man literally bits past Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, not Lindelof, Tuanzebe, I think played.
Yeah, Tuanzebe played.
Yeah, you know what? I'm never gonna lie. Saka was even nowhere near the back line. He was up. No. He was up where the striker was. It's not even like saying he ran past them. Like, Andy, there was no one there. There was just no one there to even touch his back, bro, or to breathe down his neck to make sure he made a mistake. He legit was there having a cigarette in the middle of the park. Legit, as a striker, if I'm there and no man's there, like, imagine if that was Martial, Rashford every match, fam, they would be like, easy, man. World class striker, bro. Bar must have been like, what the hell? What the?
He's like, I played against these guys like 8 years ago. I don't remember them playing like this.
I know, like, what the hell?
Somehow they got it worse in 8 years.
Holy man, I was even surprised when I saw Raphael was on the pitch, fam. I thought your career was done, fam. I didn't know you were still about. Respect to Raphael though. Enough love.
But yeah, leading up to the match, and here's a direct quote from Harry Maguire. There are a lot of leaders in the squad. I'm the captain, and I have a lot of leaders around me. But the main thing is we keep working hard every day and trying to improve. Yeah. Where's the where have you improved? Yeah. Like I want to make a fair few points. Yeah. And I'm sure none of you will disagree with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm already agreed.
So first off, the Demba Ba goal.
Yeah.
The guy that tracked back was Matic.
Yes.
Yeah. He's our CDM.
Mm-hmm.
He's the player who plays more forward than our defensive line.
Yeah.
Which means if he's the one tracking back,
yeah.
Where was our defensive line?
I know.
Yeah? Our defensive line was essentially around their penalty box.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how forward our defensive line was.
No, Andy, it's not even a joke. That's not
even an over-exaggeration. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Next thing. Yeah. Our captain, Harry Maguire. Why is he playing on the left wing? There was too many times in that match. There was too many times in that match. The man made a sprint up with the ball, got up to left wing, passed out, and then stood there as if that's his position. Like, no. You didn't track back to come to this position. You stopped at this position. Now you go back to your position and hold the line. Why aren't you going back?
Yep, so true.
Yeah? Wan-Bissaka. The man's playing a right wing.
Yeah.
You have Juan Mata, another 30-something-year-old man playing as right back.
Juan Mata.
No, Juan Mata was actually playing right back. I don't know what the positioning Oli was doing in that match. It was weird.
The second goal that got given away, yeah? Fernandes completely shagged the pass.
Yeah, he did.
Now, I can't completely blame Juan Mata for the goal, but he had more than enough chances just to kick the ball off play. He had enough chances to get off the pitch, just get him a throw in, reposition, everyone's fine.
The man, take a yellow card for the
No. He was getting pushed from behind. It's a bit of a sticky one, yeah. But then, yeah, if you look at our defensive line, where the second goal comes from that point, you've got, I think it was Tuanzebe, Harry Maguire, and Juan Mata. Yeah, where is our left back? Why is our right back still waiting by the penalty box on the other side of the pitch?
Yep, I don't know where.
If you actually look at where the goal was, all three of the players are running from the right hand side. They're all running from right back into centre back. Seriously. There is no defence from the centre to the left hand side of the pitch. They literally pass it across. It was the sweatiest goal in existence.
Yeah, it was. It was so sweaty.
There was no defense.
I saw FIFA flashbacks, man. When I saw that goal, I was like, oh shit.
This is like when you quit a FIFA game because someone scored a goal like that against you.
Yeah, man. It was so sweaty. It was like, geez, there's no point, man.
So, but this is my opinion on it all. What do you guys have to think?
Honestly, that match should have been an easy walk in the park, but I don't know what Oli was doing with the defense and thing. And I don't know what Harry Maguire was doing let's say though, I don't know what the whole defense was doing for getting their basic defending skills, but I don't know, man. Even as a manager, you should have saw that bar was like legit open. No man was marking him. Like, I don't know how you can sit down there. Or maybe Oli didn't take this match seriously.
I mean, I don't know what he was thinking with his strategies. I don't know if
I don't know
Maguire to run up the left or right, whatever it was. Yeah. But I think when it came to substitutions, like he took off like Tuanzebe instead of Harry Maguire. I think he did. Is that right? Yeah, I didn't understand that. Like, surely you take off the leader of leaders, then.
Leaders only.
It's management 101. Take off your shit players.
Yeah, seriously. Honestly, that man should have been a walk in the park. Yeah, I just don't know why he just didn't just play his five at the back, man, and just have fun with it. Because that's how they normally play when they have like five at the back. Yeah, they make a set of forward go up a bit. But what they were doing there was like, like I don't know, how FIFA, you see the yellow, the defenders are the yellow one, like everything was green and blue. That was it basically for that whole scene, bro. No one was back, everyone was up. Left attacking mid, left wing, left striker. Yeah, man, it was just a shambles. I just feel like either Oli didn't take that match seriously because he knows he only needs one more win to qualify, or I don't know. I don't like him experimenting too much, but this is what's happening now.
I can't see us beating PSG the second time. So
I don't know. I see. You know what? As bad as it is, I see we're gonna beat PSG and think again, just for the sake of why not. Then in Premier League, we're gonna lose every game or draw one. Watch, you see happen.
I got to agree with Tyrone. I can see it happening just because we really know how to play against better teams, who come and bring the ball to us, who try to attack us. We are very good at sitting back, winning the ball, and then pumping it long for a counter attack. We're very good at doing that, which is why we win a lot of our games with the fewer possession. We aren't good at games where the opposition sits back and does a block against us.
Yeah.
We're not very good at breaking players down, even though we've got Pogba, we've got Fernandes, we've got all of these techie players, but we're still not good at breaking down defensive setups. And from what you guys have told me, it sounds like Oli just got this one really wrong. Like Wan-Bissaka doesn't really go past the halfway line. He definitely spends most of the game time in his own half. So it sounds to me like Oli either didn't research or he didn't care, didn't respect Istanbul enough to have any sort of defensive discipline in his players, because your wing backs being at the edge of the penalty box is not an individual player decision. That's a manager direction. I think, he just showed a bit of naivety once again. And for him to take off Tuanzebe instead of Maguire, it just sounds like disgusting favoritism. He's got no bottle, in my opinion, when it comes to stuff like that. You really got to upset, people who aren't playing well, because they aren't playing well. They're costing you games. They're costing you points. I think Tyrone hit the nail on the head. Oli figured this is the game to experiment because he's already got 6 from 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think the only positive I would take away from that game is the Martial goal, which was a pretty good goal. Luke Shaw's assist, I think it was, and I think it was his first goal in open play. I'm not sure if I got that right, but it was good for Martial to come off that.
I think it's his first goal in the season altogether.
Martial?
Yeah. He scored a penalty.
No, he scored a penalty before, man. You remember when Mr. Rashford gave him Mr. Rashford feeding kids and the adults,
My bad, you guys were right,
But I'd also like to ask you guys, because obviously Andy was saying about its managerial decisions for the team to be playing like this. I honestly don't think it is. I think it could be a case of the players aren't respecting Oli enough. I think that they are taking liberties and taking matters into their own hands, and they are thinking that they are higher than the manager, considering what his tactics have been showing of late. Especially with the Arsenal loss as well. We weren't attacking enough. We weren't showing enough ambition behind the ball. And as you all said yourselves, this should have been an easy 3 points. And the style of play that was coming from the players suggests that there's no way on earth that an experienced manager would be asking them to do these kind of things.
Well, I think the Tuanzebe thing was definitely wrong. So that's.
Outside of the substitutions, I'm talking about the play style. Like the substitutions were an absolute shocker from start to finish. He took off. I think it was Van de Beek, who.
Like Bruno wasn't playing well in that game, but instead Van de Beek was playing all right in comparison, but he took off Van de Beek.
And it's like he clearly shows favoritism, which also is what leads me to believe that the players are doing what they want instead of what he wants, to try and snap back at him.
Maybe, you know,
That's a fair
some
point.
internal politics going on.
I do think a manager at Man United should be hooking off players that doesn't listen to him straight up. Like there was this example, I think I've said it before, but when Jose Mourinho had a conversation with Pogba and Pogba wasn't listening, he got taken off 5 minutes later. And you know, we need a manager like that. We need there was another time, I think it's on YouTube, where Sir Alex was just blasting Rooney, he was blasting Ferdinand, he was blasting Carrick, and he was saying, "You pass the ball to Van Persie, he's going to win you number 20. If you can't find him, you're not playing." We need managers like that, and it seems like Ollie's not that guy, because it's either one, his tactics are awful, or it's what Sean is saying, which is even more worrying. The players aren't respecting him. If the players aren't respecting the manager, he's got to go.
Pochettino.
I don't think they respect Pochettino either.
I'm not the type of guy to say sack a guy, but I see it coming. It doesn't even matter. Because right now, all I'm saying, next game, if he loses, he's done. He's actually done. Like, if he doesn't carry on doing, like, decent stuff, losing matches in a good way, I know it's bad to say it like that, but if he loses a match due to unluckiness, there you can understand. But if he's getting outplayed next game, like who we have next game?
West Brom.
Man, if you lose to West Brom, he's getting Pochettino's coming, man. Might as well disagree with it, man.
If United lose to West Brom in any circumstance, he should be handed his P45 on the pitch. I don't care.
I told you, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping for the best that. I said today, I hope he didn't lose to Everton. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind losing to Everton because their manager's not an idiot, or you know, and they have good players, yeah. But I was like, all right, cool, we actually won. But if next game we lose, and Ollie's still in that chair, then our board, I don't know what they're doing, fam. I don't know.
Well, his job's safe for a couple more weeks.
Yeah, because of this win, it's secure.
Yeah.
But
and obviously the international break has definitely extended that period for him. But
they'll probably just furlough him, wouldn't they?
Might have furlough him. I can see them just like kicking him. Yeah, they say he can be coach, while Pochettino comes as man.
So, in all honesty, if they actually did that, Ollie should have the self-respect enough to say no and move on. If that actually did happen and he took the position, he is the biggest dog in the house. Like he is. There is no respect.
Smallest dog, isn't it?
Yes, small. Like there. It'd be shambles if that happened to him. But yeah. So moving on to today's match. Did anyone watch it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I watched part of the first half.
I watched both halves.
I just followed the commentary and that was it.
In all honesty, that game night, yeah, let's see, yeah. As we just said a while, if teams come at us, we hit them hard, yeah. It's like I don't want to do anime references in this right now, but you know 7 Deadly Sins, right?
Yeah.
You know Full Power. Like a team has to attack us for us to hit them back hard, if you know what I mean. Because that's all Everton did today, yeah, was attack. And look, yeah, the first goal was beautiful, nice play. Second goal was unfortunate for Pickford, but fortunate for us, yeah. But then the second goal, you see what I mean? They all decided to attack, right? And they left one man at the back line, and look what happened to them. Bruno legit led them on, think he was going to get his hat trick. Then he just passed it to Cavani, and Cavani said, "Take it, 3-0, bye. You are first at the start of the season. Go back to mid-table, bye. Mid-table team, go down. It doesn't matter anymore. Southampton's taking your shine."
That's a shocker.
That's a bit mad. That is a bit mad.
Like I thought they were gonna put more of a fight. They did. Don't get me wrong, but they weren't like saucy levels of. Ooh, but I'm scared. It was more like, meh. We have you. defense was actually quality. Sometimes we had our little shaky moments with Harry. It's only him. He's the only one who's having these shaky moments, but I'll allow him. But today's game was pretty alright.
I think we tried a different formation, didn't we? We had like 2 CDMs, Fred and McTominay, I think it was.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good move with Ollie because he obviously knows that our defense is shite.
Trust me.
So that giving them a little bit of extra support.
Let me tell you something. How is Mata still playing?
Wait, hold on. I gotta stop you right there.
I'm sorry. I need to deep
say. Hold on. Last pod, yeah.
I know last pod.
Exactly the opposite.
No. No. We need to talk about this. No, this is why I'm saying. Hey, no, this is why I'm beeping it. Yeah, I'm not saying Mata's bad. Yeah, I still love Mata. Yeah. But how is Mata still starting on the wing for us? I don't understand.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there and say enough is enough. I've had it.
I know. No, don't get me wrong. I love Mata, yeah.
And it's goddamn Mata love.
I like Mata, yeah. But I won't lie. It's a bit too many games he's starting on the wing. I don't know what's going on. What? Is none of our other midfielders fit? I know Pogba. Don't get me wrong. I feel like Ollie started to know that Pogba's being a lazy little waste man. And it's putting him to the side to teach him a lesson, yeah. But you're telling me what? Like, Finn couldn't play on the right side today? Is it Van der Beek or is it Don der Beek? Is it Van der Beek?
Van der Beek.
Van der Beek, yeah. Van der Beek, yeah. Why can't he not play there? Why does it matter? Why is Mata at that age still managed to get 3 consecutive matches on the wing?
He used to play on the right.
I know, but he's an old man.
I mean,
he
Van der
shouldn't
Beek used
be
to play
there.
on the right with Ajax,
You might as well put Bruno striker, put him set attacking mid, and put Rashford wing. I'd rather have that right now. But I can't see him burning left backs. No.
The reason Van der Beek is not playing is because he's not Premiership ready.
No, right? Come on, man.
It has been stated, in conferences,
that
Van der Beek is not Premiership ready.
Why?
Yeah? He's not good enough yet.
He's not good enough.
He is not good enough to be in our starting squad.
Do you believe that?
It has been stated by the manager.
I don't care about the manager, Sean.
Yeah?
Do you believe that? Do you believe that? I need to know, do you deep down believe going to say Mata's Premier League ready, but thing ain't ready?
Mata is tried and tested, and he is ready to lead our team to success like he has today.
But what about your own personal opinion? Do you think he should be playing except on top of all the other midfielders we have? Do you think he should be playing?
He should definitely be playing over Pogba.
Okay, we can all agree on that. Yeah, right now, yeah. Because I'm telling you now, Pogba likes France more than he likes his club, and it's unacceptable. As Evra said, united, then family, in order. I'm going to keep repeating it.
I'm going to come in with a hot take. Why Mata should not be started for us in the Premier League?
I know, but this is the problem. He is. I want to understand Ollie's vision. Right now, I was like, I like Mata as a player, yeah? And he can come play 1 match or 2 matches. But I swear this is the 3rd game he's played in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, why?
I'm
Where's Greenwood? What? Is he getting punished?
No, I want to know. He must injured, be. Apparently.
He's injured. Oh, man.
So there's some quotes that I was going to bring up later, but I can bring them up now.
Go on.
So again, in there's been a few post-match interviews.
Yeah.
And quotes from Ollie. Yeah. According to the authorities.
Yeah.
No, sorry. It's not according to authority. He's blaming the authorities for trying to make United fail. They are setting us up to fail. They are making us play in Turkey on a Wednesday and then at 12:30 on a Saturday morning in the Premier League. There are other teams like City and Liverpool who are getting to play on the Tuesday and then getting to play on the Sunday. They are purposely trying to make United lose. The players are... The players
I hear what he's saying, though.
The players have played too many matches. People are getting injured because of the shenanigans that's happened today. We've lost Luke Shaw to a hamstring injury, which is looking to be quite a lengthy one.
He did.
Rashford is struggling with the shoulder. He may be out. He may not be. It hasn't been decided yet. But he reckons that the authorities may be finding the entertainment in United losing, which is why they're purposely setting us up to fail and setting us up so many matches in such short periods of time. And he says that the amount of fixtures that have been played, it's just not fair on the players, especially with the COVID pandemic going on.
And he gets a point, though.
He's not trying to give the players excuses. Obviously, they are professionals, but the boys aren't at fault for what's been happening. It's the authorities higher up that are purposely trying to make United lose for the entertainment value and the profit that they get from United losing.
Get him out.
That's a conspiracy theory, man.
You know what? Yeah. As much as that's a bit suspect, I would believe it on the terms of not saying they out there to fail, but don't even. It is a bit like how can I say it? Right now, it's safer to play in the Champions League than to play in the Premier League right now because of the sub thing. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the 5 sub thing, so you don't have to risk your player pulling a hamstring due to playing long and stuff. But in Champions League, it's working perfectly fine. I don't see why I can't go back in Prem, but I understand it. But yeah, at least he didn't say it's an excuse. I thought he was going to use it as an excuse, but
did you not listen to what I said? Did you not listen to what I said?
Did he say it was an excuse? They say this was not an excuse. I heard that excuse part, but I need to make sure I heard it right. Did he say that's an excuse or not an excuse for the players?
He said it's not an excuse.
Yeah.
But that is an excuse. That is the definition of an excuse. My players are tired. They play too many matches.
I thought he's saying this because of injury, not playing. I'm not saying it's because of how they're playing. I'm not saying if players get injured, don't get me wrong, it's about fatigue and your body in it. So I don't know, they might have to eat some real yam food, some real proper food. That pasta and peas thing ain't working anymore. They need to change up the food cafeteria.
This is a diet plan from Tyrone today, isn't it? Take note.
I honestly think this ain't because of playing. I just feel like they're not getting the right food, fam. They need to eat what Bayern Munich's eating. I'm being dead serious. They need to eat what Bayern Munich's eating, bro. Once you go Bayern Munich, you come out as a henchman. They need to go to Bayern Munich and holler them and say, yo, how you feed your players, bro? Because little man's on their team are bodying big men. So I need to know what's going on. But I honestly think it's you don't even blame it on higher ups, fam. Don't do that.
Sean, can I have the floor, please? I have a lot to say regarding
just before you do, I just want to say, Tyrone.
Yo.
What kind of cakes you eating, man?
Man, what do you mean cakes? I'm being serious, fam. Look. No.
No. Andy has the floor now. You've had your time.
Right. Okay. You've had your time. Right. Okay. So, Tyrone was saying that it's an excuse. This is the equivalent of a child saying no offense, but going on to insult you. Right? First, right, cool. Ollie is moaning about going to play a team in Turkey and then coming back and playing a team in England. Welcome to the Champions League, you noob. We draw the team that plays in Turkey and we have to play an away game. That's how the Champions League works. Are you new to this? You'd think that this guy didn't stick his leg out in 99 or something. Well, and, eventually they're going to have to come back to Manchester to play us. That's how the Champions League works. We're having to play a game on Tuesday or Wednesday and then a game on the weekend. That's how these competitions work. Why is he acting like this is the first time we've had to do this? I'm sick of him using COVID as an excuse for his players performing badly. That's garbage. We've had people losing their jobs. We've had people losing their lives out here. And these people are out here not having their wages cut off, but they're putting out stinkers like that and thinking it's okay. No. I'm not having that. These are footballers. These are privileged people in a very high up style of work. They cannot be using COVID as an excuse for them to be performing badly. They are in a bubble. They're some of the most protected people in this country. They're getting tested on a regular basis. And anyone who can't play gets replaced. Look at the squad we've got. We have the squad to beat Arsenal. We have the squad to beat Istanbul. We should not be hiding behind excuses, and it's cowardly. It's so cowardly. And players are getting injured. That's why we've got players like Van der Beek. Use him. He is Premier League ready. Why? What is going on? Harry Maguire is probably the most protected player in the squad right now because he's donkey balls. He's trash. He should not be starting for us. And we've got players who can fill the spot. Players would kill to be in Maguire's place right now on 20 quid a week. It's not good enough. I'm not having this. What a crap excuse. Get him out of here.
I just thought he's saying that because of injury. I don't know if he's saying about players.
He's not the first manager to complain about like tough fixtures. I mean, I think every year there's one manager, the one who's losing the most, that says there's too many games. You know, like Jurgen Klopp said it a couple of years.
Yeah, he did. He did say it was too many games for Liverpool. Then he went on and won.
That's the thing, yeah. Jose's complained about it as well, but Jose and Klopp have won Champions Leagues.
I know. Mourinho's a joke, man. I swear he just said he has too much players in Tottenham, so he has no excuse, fam. He can't be telling people he's flying there, and then he said they had too much players in Tottenham, so use it. There's a lot. I'm
sorry, that quote has angered me.
When I saw it, because it wasn't just one interview, he said it over 2 interviews. He said the same thing, and he was there getting angry himself, saying, "Oh, I just can't. I'm sorry." It's like, what are you getting angry about? Oh, the authorities are purposely trying to make United lose, and it's like, but they're not. Like, as if you haven't yourself played in fixtures like this. When you're actually in the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the Premiership, there are countless matches upon countless weeks where it's like, oh, this is going to be a tough one. You need squad rotation. Yes, fair enough. Shaw's got injured, but the man's been injured his entire career. It's not a fucking new thing.
Hey. On the
he has spent more time on the bench being injured than he has on the field. Yeah. This is why we have Alex Telles. Yes, he's just come back from COVID, but guess what? Our next match isn't for a few days. A few days. Isn't for a few weeks. It's now international break. So you can guarantee Telles will be ready. And he is significantly better than Luke Shaw.
I can't wait, to be honest
So it doesn't matter if Luke Shaw's out for 6 months, another 6 years. The boy's still going to be injured anyway.
I think he pulled his hamstring because he was showing off too much.
Showing off what? His bad crosses.
I mean, it was the
ones that hit him Rashford.
He had to put in the extra gear because Telles is there breathing on his neck saying, "I'm gonna take a position." Like I've even noticed, like positions that actually got a secondary now. They're trying to be a little bit saucy now.
That's true.
Because
Shaw's been playing much
Scott
better.
and Fred, I can't even say anything bad about those two. They actually been like saucy team players. Squad. I'm gonna say squad. I'm not saying they're best. I'm not saying they're amazing.
They got. You did say Fred and McTominay,
yeah.
Yeah, they've been completely outplayed by Party and again I can't remember the other guy.
You say that, but they locked off PSG, fam. Hey, don't do that. Leave them alone.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, fam. They locked off Champions League. Yeah, leave them alone. They're tired.
They're tired.
They're tired, are they? They're tired, are they?
I'm sorry. Okay. You're a professional athlete. Okay. He gets paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. To be fit.
Okay, cool.
Do your job.
Okay, so if you were a player, and you have 3 matches, you have to play those 3 matches. Are you gonna be happy?
Tyrone, you think I wasn't there playing rugby back in secondary school and college?
Yeah, man.
You think I wasn't playing several matches a week? Are you dumb? Mate, I'm a 5'5" guy, who has asthma. Hey. I can't be running around, but I was still doing it. Why? Because I like the sport. You're a Manchester United player. Yeah? I wasn't getting paid 250 grand a week.
Bro,
you think if I was, I wouldn't be playing every single day.
Man. Think about it.
What? Have thought about it.
You're okay in rugby. You don't need to run all around the pitch. You have to stay on one side.
Tyrone, you've played rugby yourself. You know how rugby works, as if you don't there chasing bear man across the pitch.
Honestly, I was told not to.
Your
By
coach
my
is
coach.
sus. Your coach is sus.
My coach said
Sus.
I have to
Mate,
look. Let me tell you, Sean, how weird it was.
No.
He said I was a forward, but I was a winger, and I was
His
like,
coach
how
was
that
Ollie,
makes
innit?
sense?
Mate,
And he
right.
said you do the forward stuff, but when it comes to positioning, you're on the wing. And I'm like,
Okay. All right. We're getting off topic, yeah?
off topic, all right, cool.
End of the day, these are professionals.
I know they're
Yeah,
professional, they're getting paid more, but
the only excuse that they should ever have,
yeah,
is if a loved one is dead.
okay, true,
Yeah?
fair, but
Mental health is a serious thing that no one ever pays proper attention to. Yeah? If their mental health is down, that's an excuse. Yeah? If you're injured, if you've got an actual broken bone, torn ligament, something like that, that's an excuse. But if you ain't, that means you're healthy. That means you're fit. That means you should be given 110%, just like everyone else did over the course of Manchester United's history.
I know. But back then, they didn't really look into health like that. Now, because they got all the computers, then they all analyzing people's body and predicting injuries and stuff. They're more scared now. They're like, he could get injured in the next 2 games if he plays. It's not because they're saying it. It's because of the technology they have that's making their brains more scared. Because now they have technology that they can stick up on a man's chest and thing there and predict, if he carries on playing the way he's playing, in 2 games he's gonna get a serious minor injury. This is what's happening. This is why he's getting scared. It's because of the computers they have and the science behind it now. Back then, you told a man, look, as you said, Ryan Giggs, was it not Ryan Giggs? Ever said he got a knock and he was in the fig, crying. Not saying crying, but he was moaning. It was painful. Ryan Giggs' Scholes had injuries and they carried on training. You know, man looked at that and went, nah, I can't be a waste man in there anymore. He goes out, play, and he played the next game next day. That's what I'm saying.
But then he was injured for like 6 months. Yeah, when you actually have an injury, you have an excuse.
I know you have an excuse, but I'm just saying, like, right now, I think that's what's happening. Like, technology is so advanced that it's just giving people predictions. Now they're scared. Back then, man had no fear. It was like either I go injure someone or someone injures me. You don't know what could happen. But I just feel like it's because of the science behind everything now, telling them, Green was going to get this injury if he doesn't slow down. Luke Shaw, if he carries on here, is going to, if he carries on playing like this, he's too tired. I'm just saying. Maybe it's the doctors to blame, the ones in the background saying, he's too tired, fam. He can't be playing like this.
This is why we're 13th.
I know, this is why we're 13th. And it's why, like, I honestly just feel like I just feel like don't blame. Like, it's time not to blame Ollie. Yeah, imagine Ollie, how many people he has to chat to about players. Yeah, he has to chat to the players himself.
Hold up, Tyrone. So I just want to clarify what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Let's not blame Ollie for United's bad performances. Let's blame the doctors and science.
Yeah,
it's science's fault.
Science.
All right, come on, look. You have to
science out of here. We don't want that in football.
Ollie has some blame, but then the players have some blame. Then you could have the waste man doctor telling him every 2 minutes, bro, if you don't rest Rashford, he's gonna get a minor injury. I'm just telling you that. Then that's on his mind. Then the doctor comes and says, Luke Shaw too. I'm just saying there must be so many factors that's crooking, and the board too. They're not safe too. They're up there as well. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like the whole franchise.
Yeah, but the long term outcome of all that technology is supposed to improve everything. So if you can reduce injuries by listening to the doctor, then you have Rashford available for a much longer period of time, even if he misses 1 game.
I know, but
that's the point. That's what's supposed to happen. Otherwise, you wouldn't use it.
Yeah, but I'd rather have Bayern Munich's training facility, right?
Well, I mean, in summation, if players are tired, they can be benched.
I know they can be benched, but
real quick, Brendan McTominay don't need to play every game. We can play them in the Prem, and then we can play Matic and Pogba in Champions League, for example. We can rotate like that. So it is Ollie's fault. I'm blaming him on that. I'm blaming him when it comes to that.
It's sad,
of course, players are gonna get injured when you're playing them every week.
Yeah, I know, but it's sad because once you don't want to bench them because there's no one better.
But there is.
There are
so many better players in the team that aren't getting played right now.
Let's think about it right now. Today's team, the only person that could have been changed out of that team was Mata. Be real with me right now. I know Maguire, but he's protected. He's captain, bro. You can't bench captain. Yeah, not in this
Yeah, you
time
can.
era.
The
Not
key
in
used
this.
to be captain.
You
Sure,
can.
not in this time and era. You can't just bench a captain like that. It's called.
I'm
It's
sorry.
called not supporting your members of team.
Hang on. I'd like to quote Bruno Fernandes right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the true captain. You can't.
So he said, everyone knows what needs to be done in the dressing room.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs to be a leader.
Yes.
Except, and because he doesn't, like, he's not great at English right now.
Yeah.
He says the mood leader don't talk much, but they're still doing the right things. But others need to speak a bit more to be more part of the game and feel more part of the game.
Yes.
Which means,
True captain.
Which means there's other leaders there other than Maguire who have potential if they just spoke up a little bit. Which means Maguire doesn't need to see the 90-minute pitch time every single game. Which means there are other players there available who are significantly better than Harry Maguire, the fridge lord.
I know. we all agree in this chat that Bruno should be our captain already. Yeah.
But you just said the reason the man's been playing is because he's the captain, but he's replaceable.
I know, but he's
just like
protected.
everyone else is.
He's right now, he's getting protected because he's the captain for now, yeah? Ollie has made him the captain. He's protected, bro. Like, the guy should have been arrested in Greece how many weeks ago? And he's here. The man's protected, bro. He's like an FBI agent, yeah? He has all the connections. Because I don't know how you bribe a police officer and get away with it. Nah, bro. That is higher power. That is privilege. As you lot said, they're footballers. They get privilege, yeah? They're in the bubble. Yeah, they're protected. Test every day. As I said, he's protected because he's the captain, bro. Don't know. He's going to always play and because he's the captain. I'm telling you, if he was the captain and Lindelof was captain, he would have been benched time ago. It's because he's the captain. And the captain has to be happy at all times, or it's bad for the team. Ollie's logic right there.
And Andy, I feel like you want to say some things.
It's Ollie's logic.
The captain is second to the manager. If the manager's not happy, who cares if the captain's happy or not?
Hey, it's 2020, bro.
I feel like, I mean, you might be talking absolute truths here. I feel Ollie Maps is like very wayward here. He's trying to keep his players happy, keep them, keep the vibes good, right? They're gonna get him sacked.
I know they're gonna get him sacked.
And I hope the players continue to be happy after Ollie, because he wouldn't have changed a damn thing in the core of United, because we've been utterly spineless for like 7 years now.
Yeah, I agree. It's like now, if he started treating Harry Maguire bad, the media gets onto his case too.
So
same
what?
way.
Well,
I know. Same way when Greenwood got caught with the girls, they went after both of that too and went hard. And every time he was not playing, people were like, "Oh, are you punishing him? Oh, are you punishing him?"
Yes, you are punishing him because he's a terrible player.
Yeah,
he deserves to be on the bench until he fixes up.
I know. I said he deserves it, but then you have people like Greenwood that gets it, and it's like, "Rah, fam, why is he getting punished for something? It wasn't even a bad thing he did, fam. He didn't bribe anyone. He just broke the bubble and went to have fun with a girl for
he just broke the government law of don't be going to shag random strangers.
Hey, honestly, I'm not trying to be an angel and say which one's better, but he bribed law enforcement, and he just went outside to meet someone he shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, you see, like, how is he getting punished and not like Harry? You know, I'm just saying, man should have got his captain.
Because Greenwood put the rest of his team at risk by involving in someone who wasn't, I'm going to say clean, like that sounds bad, who wasn't COVID tested, and potentially gave it to the entire team. Imagine those girls had COVID. Yeah, imagine what you're doing to your teammates, to your teammates' families. It's just as bad.
True.
Yeah, that's why he got punished. Yeah, and apparently the reason he wasn't played today is because he's injured, or he's healing an injury. Okay.
Oh, cool. I'll give it to him. But watch, it's gonna happen again. Yeah, Ollie's gonna get sacked. Then the players are gonna be playing like they never played for Man United before in their life. They're fighting for it. Yeah, don't worry, man. Pochettino will come along sooner or later. and he will let us down the same way how Ollie did. It will just repeat and repeat until Sir Alex Ferguson actually has a son that has the same brain as him. And takes back what if that's Sir Alex's actual main end game? Like he
his son comes up.
like he personally just training his son to be like him, just to go and take it back, just to prove a point, like just a mega flex. Because Ollie's talking about conspiracies.
Genetics, isn't it?
Ollie wants to talk about conspiracies. I want to talk about Sir Alex Ferguson's conspiracies to make some lost son manage Man United the same way he did and win trophies. Just saying, imagine.
Right,
I mean, he does have a son, to be fair.
Yeah,
his son had a spell at United and was absolutely awful.
Yeah, but it's what? Today we played good. I just hope we play good next game in a couple weeks' time. Yeah. And let's pray for all our boys that none of them get injured in international duties.
I mean, except maybe Maguire.
Is he even going to start?
I mean,
is he even going to start?
God forbid anything happens to him.
Hey! I hope God protects De Gea most out of everyone.
But if the fridge needs an engine repair, then stuff happens in it.
Yeah, but he's not going to play for England this international break. I'm telling you now.
He probably won't be called up. Yeah.
Nah. If he's called up, he's staying on the bench because apparently we have 6 fullbacks.
Hang on, who was it? 3 of our players actually have already been called up. I can't remember.
Rashford, of course. Wan-Bissaka is still not called up, so I don't know why I've gone for that. But
I can't remember who.
Start playing for Congo soon.
Imagine, fam.
Yeah, I know it definitely wasn't Wan-Bissaka who got called up.
It's probably Rashford, man. Rashford and who's the other English in Man United? Yeah, just our prayers go out for our team.
Phil Jones.
Online, man. At least Phil Jones would have actually dropped in front of the ball to stop it. At least,
here it goes. It was Rashford, Henderson, and Maguire. They've already been called up.
Wow.
It is Maguire.
That's shocking.
They got called up 2 days ago.
That Southside guy is sus as well.
Yeah, man.
Everyone is sus out there.
I'm saying Man United's a sus club anyway.
Sean, do you mind if I ask a couple questions to the people?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So to end, our next game is in 2 weeks' time against West Brom. Quick predictions from everyone. Fahim, what do you think will happen?
I think 2-0 to United.
That's a tight result. Fair enough. Tyrone, what do you think?
Positive, man.
You know what? Let me be real with you. Are you actual forecast for that match? Maybe 2-1 or 3-1 to us. But I feel like if we don't behave ourselves, it may be like a 1-1. So my final verdict 1-2 to us.
Sure.
I say it weird like that, yeah. Don't jinx us, no.
In all honesty,
Sean's prediction is too good.
In all honesty, something was said to me today, which I didn't really think about. United never play 2 matches the same unless we're losing. And obviously, I wouldn't even say that we played great today. We just didn't play as badly as we did on Wednesday. So I'm going to say 1-0 West Brom.
Ooh. All right. Bearing in mind, West Brom have not won a game this season. I
stand with what I said.
That is a very bold prediction. I said what I said. Hey, if he does, he's got to go. If West Brom win 1-0, he's got to go. I'm tired. I predict 3-0 to United because West Brom are I think they're going down along with Fulham.
Maybe even us.
Well, he's definitely got to go if we get relegated.
No, I don't think we're getting relegated. That's too far.
So yes, that will be in a couple of weeks' time. But there is a bigger question I'd like to ask everyone. This is kind of a two-pronged question. I want everyone to answer definitively. Are you Ollie out, yes or no? And despite that, if Ollie was to get fired, who would you have replace him? And I think we'll go with Sean first this time.
Okay. In all honesty, no. I wouldn't say Ollie out. I am expecting him to get fired, probably sooner than later. And as for a replacement, I don't think Jose did the terrible job. I'd get him back.
He did win the Europa.
I guess you like boring football, but efficient football. I like that. That's just to sum up. He's efficient, but it's boring. But we win at the end of the day, so I can't complain, innit?
I wouldn't be too annoyed at that because he's got his Instagram up and running again, so that would be really funny.
Yes.
His Instagram is Jose Mourinho's Instagram is so beautiful.
It's amazing. Great content.
I think his latest post is when you win, but you didn't perform well.
Yes, yes, it is.
I think Mourinho is actually a funny man. I wish we had that right now. He'd probably be like, when you spend 80 million on a defender and they don't know how to defend, and you just there.
Oh, that all or nothing would be juicy, fam.
Imagine, man.
Faheen, what about you? Ollie out, and who would you have replace him?
No, I would stick with him as well. Partly because I don't like this whole in-out culture for Man United. I don't want to become Arsenal fans. I'll be honest with you. You know, they have this whole Wenger in, Wenger out phase, and their debates are only, there's only one answer for these type of questions, and I would stick with him. I'm not sure if he's the right manager, but I think you need some longevity. And I mean, even Sir Alex Ferguson went through a long period without winning anything, but the board stuck with him, and then he finally came back. But if he was fired, I don't know. There are other managers, obviously Poch maybe. I think I liked what he did with Tottenham in the early years when the players were quite young. He had a strategy on fitness and strength, and he was able to build a team up that was able to run 90 minutes every week, and that was his focus. Obviously, when he got Kane, he essentially had a player that would make him look good pretty easily. There are other managers like Allegri. I think he was a contender for United at one point. He's got a lot of experience, won a lot of trophies. Maybe if you need somebody that Man United is going to respect, I think you need somebody that's won a bunch of trophies before already.
Okay, fair enough. And Tyrone?
Honestly, I'm an old-fashioned man, so the whole sacking a manager is not really my thing. I like to, invest the time in it, before we make any verdict. But I'm still Ollie in right now. But eventually, I do know that Pochettino is slowly gonna get his bum into that chair and be like, "Yeah, this is my chair now." Honestly, because there's no way Ollie can save his job unless he goes on a 20-match winning streak from today. Or go to semi. If he goes to another semi-final this season without getting sacked, then he's safe for another year. But it just depends on his next, I'll say, 4 to 5 games in all competition. And if he comes out with a poor result, then I feel like they're just gonna come and take him away from that chair and put Pochettino there. But I'm just saying, I don't know any managers I really like, but the only person that looks like could actually come for his job is basically Pochettino. So, the guy already said on Sky Sports he's ready to come back. It was like, yeah, man, you just said you're ready to come to Manchester United.
Yeah.
There wasn't none. He knew what he was doing.
Mm.
And don't get me wrong, I don't mind him. He's not like he's a bad manager. It's not like he's not done anything to prove that he's good, not good. He's proved that he's Premier League. He can do it. I know he had a suspect Tottenham team that couldn't win trophies, but they were actually good. So but right now, he's the only one I see that's available and good enough to get the job right now. Yeah, that's me.
All right.
And then me.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that you're all Ollie, and that's quite inspiring, to be honest. Yeah, it would be really hypocritical for me to now say Ollie out because I just said the last pod Ollie in blah blah blah. But I did also say Ollie out 15 minutes ago. But no, I'm not Ollie out right now. I definitely do think if he loses to West Brom, I will become Ollie out. But yeah, in general, not Ollie out. Yeah, I've said that he's got results over the last couple of years that show me that he has begun learning. He does know a little bit about ball. And I guess it's too easy to get caught up in wins and losses. Like you can lose sight of the big picture as to whether he's actually improving the squad. But yeah, I would not be Ollie out. But if he was to be fired, and I think he might this season, because these results have been a bit emotional. The excuses he's coming out with, it's very unprofessional. My first choice would actually be Erik ten Hag from Ajax. So I would get him to replace Ollie because he knows what to do with a young squad. He plays exciting football. Even when Ajax lose, they try to win the game. So it's never like, we're resigning to five in the back. We're resigning to defensive porridge football. But he's a very old school man as well. So I think he was approached by another team and he wouldn't leave before the end of the season. So they couldn't get him. So if we can't get Erik ten Hag, Poch, he's right there. He's free. He's a good manager. He knows how to win with very little financial backing. He wasn't really backed by Levy when he was at Spurs. So I think that might be a manager that could work with the Glazers' tight pockets. Yeah, he knows how to, play with. He knows how to develop players that have been at a club for a while and have been kind of fringe players. He does specialize with the narrow style of play as well. So, regardless of whether we get a Sancho or a right winger, I think Pochettino would be able to get the best out of players like Martial, Rashford, Fernandes. I also think he will upset the order. So, players like Maguire might not be captain, might not be playing. So, I think, yeah, he's definitely a good shout for replacement. Yeah. Do you want to close out, or should I? Sure.
I'll close out. So, thank you everyone for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you'd also like to follow our YouTube channel, Red Devils Advocate, where you can catch all the previous podcasts, future ones as well. We also have an Instagram, RD Advocate, as well as a Twitter, Red Devils Advoc. Great stuff over there. Basically daily updates of all different kinds of things going on behind the scenes. And yeah, this is it from us.
Take care. Stay safe.